Hello everyone, in this video we're going to go over the Book B, Unit 13 Vocabulary Words, numbers 1 through 30. You can follow along using your book at home. Let's get started. Our first word is accept. Accept is a verb and it means to say yes when someone wants to give you something. For example, she accepted the invitation to my party. So someone gave you an invitation to go to their party, and when you accept, it means that you say, yes, I will go to the party. Here, the boy is giving the girl some ice cream, and she will accept. She will say, yes, I want to eat this ice cream. But on this side, there's the opposite. If you look at the antonyms of accept, there is refuse, reject, or even resist. So here, the boy wants to give her the ice cream, but she doesn't want it, so she will refuse the ice cream. So you can remember, accept means to say yes, and refuse means to say no. The next word is address. Address is a noun, and your address is the place where a person lives or works. And the address has the street name and the number, city, and state where that person lives or works. The example in your book says, the president's address is 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C. 20050. This is the address where the president in the United States lives. And as you can see, the address has the street name. The name is Pennsylvania Avenue. It has the number. The number is this 1600. The city is Washington. And the state, D.C. Every building has their special address. That way, when you order something to come to your house, the person who brings it, they know where they are going. Even in an apartment building, when there's many different apartments, every apartment has their own special address because the number will be different for each apartment. And here is the address for Key English. Right here, you can see that our address has the name of the street. This is the street where Key English is. It has the number of the building. It has the floor that we are on. It has the city and the area where we are. That way, people know where to go if they want to come here. So this is our address. Our next word is advice. Advice is a noun, and advice is an idea or opinion that someone gives to help you decide. Let's look at the example. My friend gave me good advice on which car to buy. So in this sentence, the person wants to buy a car, but maybe they don't know which car to buy. Maybe they don't know anything about cars. So if you don't know about something, you can ask someone else who knows more. And when they tell you, that is called their advice. So your friend can give you advice about what to do or how to buy something. And we can say that wise people are full of good advice. So someone wise is usually older than you. That means they know more things or they have tried more things. So if you ever don't know what to do about something, you can ask for advice. Our next word is ago. Ago is an adjective and it means before now or in the past. For example, my friend called 3 days ago. And here I have some pictures of Thanksgiving And we have long ago and at the present. So long ago, of course, means in the past. So I can say long ago, people used to wear these kinds of clothes. But today, they wear this. Or I can say long ago, people traveled by boat, but today people travel by airplane. Or long ago, people lived in cabins in houses made of wood. Or long ago, people used to farm when they want to get food, but today we can just go to the market and we can buy the food. So that is ago, something that happened in the past. And ago is usually used together with long, or some other number in front of it, like 3 days ago or long ago. Our next word is borrow. Borrow is a verb and it means to take something and promise to return it. For example, may I borrow your book for a few days? Or, he borrowed $50 from me, but never paid it back. Ooh, this one is not very good, right? If you borrow something, especially if you borrow money from someone, borrow means that you promise to return it. You have to give it back to that person. But in this sentence, they never paid it back. So that's very bad. Here we can see that this girl needs a pencil, so her friend will let her borrow the pencil. So she can use the pencil, and when she's finished, she should give it back to the other girl. You can also borrow things like clothes. Maybe this girl likes blue and this girl likes pink, so she can borrow this dress and she can borrow this dress. Then after they're finished, they can give it back. Did you ever borrow something from a friend? What is the thing that you borrowed? Our next word is chop. Chop is a verb and it means to cut with a sharp tool, such as an axe or a knife. For example, he chopped off a dead branch from the tree. Or, we need to chop some wood for the fire. Here, the cute little hamster is chopping some cucumber. And in this video here, the person is chopping some vegetables. So chopping is just like saying to cut something. You can cut vegetables or you can cut wood like this. He's chopping the wood with an axe. Our next word is coupon. A coupon is a noun and it is something that lowers the price of the thing that you want to buy. For example, I have a coupon for $100 off the price of this computer. Maybe there is a computer that you want to buy, but the price of the computer, let's say that it is $1,000. If you have a coupon is a special thing that lowers the price. So this price will go down. And coupons look like this. They're usually a piece of paper and there is a picture of the thing that the coupon is used for. So this coupon here is used for some washing detergent. This coupon is used for chocolate. And the coupon also tells you how much money will be off of the thing that you buy. So how much money will it lower by? In our sentence here for the computer, the coupon is for $100. So when you bring this paper to the store, then the price will go down. If my computer price goes down by $100, then the new price of my computer will be $900. So when you have a coupon, you can save some money. Our next word is difficult. Difficult is an adjective and it means hard to do or understand. For example, English was difficult at first, but now it's easy. Of course, difficult also means hard, or you can use the word tough. I can say, my homework is tough, or English is a tough language. And of course, the opposite of difficult would be easy or simple. We can say, this math problem is simple, but this math problem is difficult. Our next word is excuse. Excuse is a noun, and excuse is a reason that you give in order to explain something. For example, my excuse for being late is that I missed the bus. So again, excuse is the reason for something. So why were you late? I was late because I missed the bus. Missing the bus is your excuse. Now, excuse is not always a good thing because you should not be late. You should always try to be early. Just because you miss the bus, that doesn't mean that it's okay that you are late. And here too, if you don't bring your homework and I ask you, why didn't you do your homework? And you can give an excuse like this. You can say, oh, my dog ate my homework, so I couldn't bring my homework. That's an excuse of why you didn't bring your homework. Or maybe you can give a different excuse. You can say, I didn't do my homework because I had too much work, or I didn't have time. All of those are excuses that help explain something. Maybe why you didn't do something or why something happened. Our next word is expert. Expert is a noun, and an expert is someone who knows more than other people about something. The example says, he is an expert on the history of Korea. So this person, he knows more than other people about the history of Korea. That makes him an expert. Doctors are experts in medicine. They know more than regular people about medicine, so that makes them experts. Scientists are also kinds of experts, and there's many different kinds of scientists. The scientists that study animals, then they are experts in animals. Scientists that study plants would be experts in plants, or there's scientists that are experts in the planets or the universe. So being an expert just means you know more than the other people, than regular people, about something. And usually people are experts in one thing. There's one thing, one special thing that they know a lot about. It's very rare that someone is an expert in everything because it's difficult to know everything about everything. So usually people are experts in one thing. Our next word is fantastic. Fantastic is an adjective, and fantastic means excellent or wonderful. For example, this food is fantastic, or she is a fantastic dancer. So fantastic is an adjective you can use instead of saying good or great. You can use fantastic. Another good word to use would be excellent or outstanding. And the opposite is ordinary. Ordinary is the same as saying normal. There's nothing special about it. I can say I had an ordinary lunch today. There was nothing special about my lunch. It wasn't great, it was just normal. But if my lunch was amazing, I can say I had a fantastic lunch today. Our next word is height. Height is a noun, and height is the distance from the bottom to the top. For example, the height of that building is 100 feet. And let's look at this picture here. The height of people has actually been getting higher as time goes on. In the past, people used to be much shorter than they are now. So, thanks to having more food and being able to eat more vitamins, people's height has increased. The height has gone up. And of course, everyone's height is different. Some people are tall and some people are short. So the distance, so how far from the bottom to the top, we can call that height. And we can check the height for many things, not only for people. I can check the height of a building. I can check the height of a table. It just tells us how tall something is. Our next word is hollow. Hollow is an adjective and it means having an empty space on the inside. For example, basketballs are hollow. There's nothing inside of a basketball. It's just air. So that means it is hollow. It means the same as empty. Here I have some pictures of some things that are hollow. These tubes here, there's nothing on the inside, so they are hollow. And a log also, it is hollow on the inside. There's nothing here. You can go inside here and you can go out the other side. That means it is hollow. There's also things like a hollow book. Have you ever seen a book like this? It looks like a real book, but actually you can hide your things inside of it because it is hollow. It's empty on the inside. And light bulbs are also hollow. There's nothing here on the inside, so it is hollow. Our next word is interview. Interview is a noun, and an interview is a conversation where someone asks questions of a person in order to learn more about that person. For example, this magazine often publishes interviews of movie stars. A magazine is like a special book that has many pictures and interesting things inside of it. And a movie star is a famous person. Like in the movie Avengers, the actors that play the characters like Iron Man's, we would call that a movie star. So the movie star, if they do an interview, then someone will ask many questions to them, and then they will write a story about that person. That is called an interview. That way you can read the magazine and you can learn about that person. Usually in an interview, they ask questions like, tell me about yourself, or what are your passions? What things do you like? And interviews are not only for movie stars to put them in magazines. Interviews are also done when someone wants to work somewhere or they want to get a job. If you want to work somewhere, then you have to do an interview. The place where you want to work will ask you questions, and if you do a good job, then you can work there. That is called the interview. Number 15 is invitation. Invitation is a noun, and an invitation is a paper or other object that invites someone to go somewhere, such as a party. For example, I received an invitation to their wedding in the mail. The invitation means that you are allowed to go somewhere where something special is happening. And invitations usually look like this. They come inside of an envelope, and they usually will say something like you're invited, or maybe it will just say invitation at the top. And the invitation has the place where you need to go, it has the time, it has the location, maybe it has the address of the place, and it usually tells what it is about. What are you invited to? That is an invitation. And these days, many people will just get an invitation by a message on their phone, instead of actually sending a real paper, they will just send a digital invitation. Number 16 is iron. Iron is a noun, and an iron is a small device with a handle. So this is the handle here where you hold it, and a flat surface that you make very hot. This is the bottom, the flat part that gets very hot. And we use an iron to make clothes smooth. So sometimes our clothes will look like this. They will have many wrinkles on them. So we can use this hot iron to make our clothes smooth. Let's look at the example. I use an iron to remove the wrinkles from my shirt. So you can use your iron for many different kinds of clothes to make them look smooth. And we need to be very careful when we're using irons because they are very, very hot. The next word is jail. Jail is a noun, and jail is a building in which a government, so like a country, keeps people who have broken a law. Remember, law is the rules that a country makes for its people. And when someone breaks those rules, then they go to jail. For example, if one of the rules is that you cannot steal things from other people, but you steal something from someone else and the police catches you, then you will probably go to jail. This is what jail looks like. This is the room where the criminals will live. And in the room, they don't have many things. They just have a bed and a toilet, and sometimes a little table like this too. Let's look at the example sentence. The criminal will spend 3 months in jail. And the synonym of jail is prison, but jail and prison are a little bit different. For jail, people usually go there for 1 year or less. So they don't spend a very, very long time in jail. So maybe the thing that they did is not very, very bad, just a little bit bad. But for prison, people who go here, it's usually for 1 year or higher. So they spend longer in prison. The next word is narrow. Narrow is an adjective. You can use it to describe something, and narrow just means not wide. For example, the bus could not pass through the narrow street. And here is an example. This giant bus has a difficult time passing the street because the street is too narrow. It's not wide, so the bus can't go. This is what a narrow street looks like. Maybe people can walk by here or they can drive on their motorcycle, but it's too narrow for cars. And streets are not the only thing that we can describe using narrow. We can describe anything. This doghouse is narrow, and the opposite is wide. These stairs are narrow stairs, and these stairs are wide stairs. Our next word is partner. Partner is a person who shares in an activity with another person. So when you are doing some fun activity, or maybe when you are working, the person who does it with you, that person is called your partner. So here these two people are working together, so we can say they are partners. They are working to finish something together. Or the activity that these kids are doing is reading. They are reading together, so they are partners. The important thing is that they are doing something together. That's what makes them partners. Let's look at the example. Each child works with a partner in science class. Have you ever worked with a partner on something? What's the thing that you did together? Our next word is proud. Proud is also an adjective, and it is feeling pleased and satisfied. So if you feel happy, because of something you've done or own. The example says, he is proud of his new car. So this person has a new car. That's something that they own. And he's proud. He's very happy because of his new car. Maybe he really likes it. He thinks his new car is amazing. So he feels proud. He feels pleased and happy. And the other example says, my daughter is proud of her good grades. If you do a good job in school, then you will get good grades. For example, maybe you will get everything correct on your vocabulary or your spelling test. When you get everything correct or when you do really, really well, then you can feel proud. You can feel happy. You can feel pleased and satisfied because you did a great job. Some people also feel proud when they win some award, like a medal, maybe for doing some sort of sport or a competition like a spelling bee. Or you can also feel proud for little things. Maybe you drew a picture and you think that the picture looks really, really good, so you feel proud of your picture. The next word is pure. Pure is an adjective, and pure means not mixed with anything else, made of only one thing. So you can remember pure as this, made of only one thing. Here I have an example. There is a dress, and this dress is made of 100% cotton. That means the only thing that is used to make this dress is cotton. There's not other materials that are used, so it is pure. The example also says, she's wearing a blouse. A blouse is a shirt. She's wearing a blouse made of pure silk. So that shirt is made of only silk. There's no cotton in her shirt because it is pure. It's only this one. I also have an example of some juice. Here is some pure apple juice. If it's pure, it's not mixed with a different fruit or anything else. It's only apple juice. So that makes it pure. The next word is realistic. Realistic is an adjective, and realistic means to show people and things as they really are. So it looks real. For example, she painted a realistic portrait. A portrait is a picture of a person. She painted a realistic portrait of her mother. And I have an example here. There is Anna and Elsa. And this first picture here, it is not realistic because people don't look like this. This is a cartoon drawing. But this second picture here, we can call it realistic because it looks like a real person. This is not a real picture. Someone drew this, someone painted this, but they painted it in a realistic way. So I can say, this is a realistic drawing of Anna, and this is a realistic drawing of Elsa. It looks real. Our next word is relax. Relax is a verb, and relax means to become calm or less tense. The example says, the workers relax during their lunch break. Or, your muscles will relax after a hot bath. Relax is kind of similar to taking a break. When you feel too tired or too stressed, then you should relax. You should become calm. And people like to relax in many different ways. Some people relax by taking a hot bath, or some people relax just by taking a lunch or a snack break. You can also relax by laying down and reading a book, or you can go to the beach and relax. Some people also relax by laying down and listening to some music. That way they can feel more calm. How do you like to relax? The next word is section. Section is a noun, and section is a part that is different or apart from the whole. So there is a whole thing. For example, here is the whole earth, and the section is just a part that is different or apart. Apart means away from it. So here is a section of the earth. This section is a small part of the whole thing. Let's look at the example. I like living in this section of the city. I have a city here. This is the whole city, and the city is broken up into different sections. Every section has a different color and a different number. If you say that you like living in a section of the city, it means you like living in this part. Maybe you live here in number 4. So you really like living in this part of the city. Not in the other ones, only in this one. So this is the section. You like living in this section of the city. And the other example says, put the book back in the top section of the bookcase. You can imagine that a bookcase has many different shelves, so each shelf can be a different section. If you put the book back in the top section, then that means you need to put it here at the very top. I also have some sections of watermelon here. You can imagine the whole watermelon maybe looks like this, and when we cut it, we take a section of the watermelon away. Our next word is stamp. We've done stamp before, but we've done a verb for stamp where you make a movement with your foot to push your foot down. But this stamp is a noun, and this stamp is a small piece of paper, and it's usually a sticker like this that you buy at a post office to pay for the thing that you want to mail. And then you stick that sticker on the thing that you want to send. So if you want to send a letter to your friend, it's not free to send a letter. You have to pay some money. And the way that we do it is we buy a stamp like this, and then we put the stamp on our letter. That shows that you already paid to send this letter, so it can be sent in the mail. If your letter doesn't have a stamp, then it will not be sent. Let's look at the example. Mary put the stamp on the envelope before she mailed it. Have you ever gotten a stamp and put it on a letter or a different item? Our next word is traffic. Traffic is a noun, and traffic means moving vehicles along a road or a path. So we often use traffic like this. We say, traffic on the road was busy this morning. We use traffic to mean that there's many cars on the road like this. I can say the traffic was so bad today. But traffic doesn't mean many cars. There can be good traffic. When there's good traffic, it means there's not many cars on the road. So traffic is just the cars along a road. When there is a road and there are cars on that road, that is the traffic. Traffic can be busy, or the traffic can be good. There can be no traffic. Our next word is whole. Whole is an adjective, and whole means having the entire amount or length. So you can think of whole as entire or as everything. The example says, he ate the whole cake. So imagine there is some whole thing like this pizza. This is a whole pizza. When you eat everything, you can say, I ate the whole pizza. Or here is an orange. When you eat all of this orange, you can say, I ate the whole orange. Another way you can use it is like this. She stayed awake the whole night. If you stay awake the whole night, let's say that for us, night means from, let's say, 10 p.m. until 7 a.m. So if you stay awake the whole night, then this time, all of this time, you did not sleep. You were awake. Our next word is wide. Wide is an adjective and it means reaching across a large area from side to side. We did narrow before, so wide is just the opposite. For example, 3 of us walked down the wide path together. Or, she likes to wear jeans with wide legs. And here is what that looks like. These jeans have a very wide leg at the bottom. So it's not narrow, it's wide. Here we have the wide house for the dog and some wide stairs. Our next word is wizard. Wizard is a noun and a wizard is a person who is believed to have magic powers. So wizard is similar to a witch. But when we think about witch, we usually think about a girl. Wizard is a word that you can use for a boy that has magic powers. Let's look at the example. The kind wizard protected the village from the storm. So remember, someone who has magic powers and they are a boy, you can say wizard. But if they are a girl, then you can say witch. And number 30 is zoom. Zoom is a verb and it means to move quickly while making a low humming sound. For example, the bullets zoomed right over their heads. So something that is zooming, we usually put zooming together with ed or ing. We can say it is very fast. I can say the car zoomed down the road. That means it was going very fast. Or I can say the cheetah zoomed past the meadow. And that's all for this video. We went over the Unit 13 vocabulary words numbers 1 through 30. Thanks for listening.